Welcome to my channel, everyone. Thank you for tuning into this video. And this is going to be a very good psychology lesson on how to become a better day trader and how to avoid the fear of taking a losing trade. Now, I can guarantee that a bunch of you watching this video will agree and can relate on exactly what I'm going to go over. So because of that, I highly recommend you to listen closely. And I'm truly confident that by the end of this video, it will help improve your trading and your overall emotions. All I could ask is that if you learn anything from this video, if you could just subscribe to my channel, drop a like, and also follow me on Instagram. I post daily trading recaps and very good trading tips and tricks. The link to this will be in the description below. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So a lot of traders suffer emotional distress if the stock does not instantly go their way. You cannot be afraid to lose in trading. So what I mean by this is that, if you enter a position, you can't look at it as you're going to be in profit right away. You enter now, 10 seconds, 20 seconds later, you're going to be up in profit. It doesn't work like that. Some trades do. Some trades work instantly, and those usually will be the best trades. But some trades you're gonna have to withstand, you're gonna have to hold, and you're gonna have to be mentally strong enough to hold when it's not going your way. And you have to have confidence in trusting your plan to hold the trade that is losing, and to be able to follow your plan and hold the losing trader, because a lot of losing trades become winning trades if you do follow your plan. Now, if you're afraid of losing, your judgment will become warped and you will close the trade in order to secure mental relief and free you of distress. Trading will always come with pain. You're never going to be in a trade, or I shouldn't say that. You're never going to trade and be free of stress, whether it be mental, whether it be, emotional, whether it be physical. There's always going to be signs of stress, and you cannot let that stress cloud and warp your judgment. The minute you do that, you're going to act based out of your emotions. You're going to act based off of your ego, and you're going to act based off of what your mind is trying to tell you, because it's natural for us humans to try to avoid pain whenever it's present. Pain in trading, you have to look at it as normal. You cannot look at pain as bad, and you cannot try to avoid pain. The minute you try to avoid pain is the minute you're going to take uncontrollable losses. Same thing for the flip side. If you're in a long position and you're ready to open up a trade, you cannot do so based off of your emotional stress, your inner tension. A lot of traders open up trades because they're bored. They're sitting in front of a screen all day and there's not a setup, and they're like, I'm bored. Let me enter a trade. It's going to make me happy. It's going to rush adrenaline through my body. Also, some people will enter a trade based off of FOMO. They see a stock ripping without them, and what do? They chase the stock and they get completely run over because they're buying at the highs or selling at the lows. So do not open up a trade just to relieve your inner tensions, and do not close a trade to secure mental relief. That is the main point with this. So here's a good example on the S&P 500. Let me maximize this. Where if we were to enter the trade and if we were scared to lose, most likely you were going to stop out of the trade. So here we have a 1 hour supply zone on S&P 500 where we're going to trade SPY options once we come into the 1 hour supply zone. Once we start rejecting with confirmation, the first time we touch the zone is here, and we enter the trade short, or we long puts inside supply. Now, right off the start, this trade is working pretty well. We're up 10 points. We're pretty happy. We're following the plan, and we feel pretty confident that this is going to work out. Then a couple of minutes later, we start bouncing off VWAP, and this thing starts breaking high a day. Now, a lot of traders, if you do not understand the auction market process, if you do not understand the supply and demand strategy, you're going to see a lot of volume strong coming through, breaking high a day, but you do not realize we're inside of a supply zone. This is a big trap for traders that are taking this to the long side. And look what's going to happen. If you're in short here, now what's going to happen is, if you're trading the option, the future, the stock, whatever the case may be, is you're going to be underwater. Meaning now your position that you were once green on is going to be red now, and now you're going to be losing. So traders mentally are going to be like, I was up at one point. I can't believe I gave back my gains. This thing looks like it's going to want to skyrocket higher. I'm going to sell it here for a loss, right? But now, according to our plan, if you look what happens, we start moving back down. This is an emotional roller coaster for traders. We're up, we're down. Our profit's up, our profit's down. This is why it's key to not look at your profit and loss when you're trading. You have to trade the chart only and your strategy only. If you look at the profit and loss, you see how much you were up at one point, you see how much you were down at one point. It's going to control your emotions. It's going to make your ego go through the roof, and it's going to warp your judgments and make you make poor choices. So let me fast forward this again, and then look what happens. We broke above the high one more time by 2-3 ticks. Now, from where we entered, it's pretty high up. We're about 3 points, which is a small number, but, according to our plan, we're still supposed to be in this trade short. But if you're afraid to lose and you're afraid with no confidence in your plan, you're going to stop out for a loss when, boom, the next couple of minutes, we reject pretty hard, and then following that, we come down lower. What I'm trying to get here is that it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. The best thing for you to do is follow your plan, trade the chart, and do not trade your profit and loss statement. You cannot be afraid to lose. As soon as you are afraid to lose and you start feeling some type of mental pain, you are going to try to relieve yourself from that mental pain, and you're going to try to free yourself from this distress once you are underwater on the trade. Stick to the plan, follow your plan, and respect your risk. That is the best thing you could do. So going back to the PowerPoint, a warped judgment will lead to poor choices, and poor choices will lead to uncontrollable losses. Do not warp your judgment, because you are going to take uncontrollable losses that would have been winning trades if you do so. And before you enter the trade, you have to accept the unknown. I could tell you guaranteed right off the bat that no one will know what's going to happen next in the market. You have to accept the unknown so you are not surprised about whatever the result is. Before you enter the trade, you have to know where you're going to enter once your confirmation signal hits, where you're going to stop out if you are wrong on the trade, and where you're going to look to take some type of profit. Therefore, if you accept the unknown, win or lose, you are going to not be surprised on whatever the result and whatever the outcome is. If everybody knew what was going to happen next in the market, there would be no such thing as the market itself. No one knows what's going to happen next. So this is very important. Trading out of fear means we are too focused on the risk side of the equation, and we are unlikely to capitalize on the full reward side to the equation. Listen, nobody likes losing. It's normal. It's natural for humans to try to avoid pain. It's natural for us to avoid losing situations. No one likes it, but in trading, it's normal. You have to lose in trading. There's no such thing as traders that do not take any losing trades, So how to avoid this, how to get over the hump? We have to really, really try to engrave this in our heads to avoid the fear of losing. And the first step that I could, give you guys and help you guys out is you have to have a trading strategy or plan that's proven to work consistently in the long run. For me, this is my supply and demand trading strategy. It's consistently proven to work for me in the long run. It's been back tested, forward tested. So this is my bread and butter. You have to have a strategy or plan. If you do not have a strategy and plan, you're going to be going into the market not confident. You're going to go into the market every day with uncertainty, and you're going to go into every trade with guessing. You have to completely remove the guessing out of your trading. Do not get over your head. Do not think you are smarter than the market. Ego over the market itself. Change your mind state. You have to lose in order to win. Like I mentioned before, in trading, a lot of people fail because they try to avoid losers to begin with. The more you try to avoid something, the more present it's going to be. You have to accept losing in order to win. Change your mind state or get left behind. Number 4 is focus on a 3-to-1 risk to reward. Now 3-to-1 is very good. 2-to-1 is acceptable in certain situations, but the higher the risk to reward ratio, the more times that you can lose, because your winners are obviously going to outweigh your a lot of losers. So losing trades do not matter to me, in my opinion. If you have solid risk to reward, I don't care if you lose 8 out of 10 times. If your 2 winners out of the 10 trades are bigger than your 8 losers, then you're winning in my book. You do not frown upon these losing trades. And a lot of mistakes I see traders do is that they give the trade less room to breathe. You have to give it more room. A lot of people go into trade with large position size, and their stop loss is based off of, how much money or the percent that they are risking. Your position size, your stop loss should all be determined based off of the chart and based off of the trade that you're looking to put on. Larger position size, go with a tighter stop loss. You cannot afford the stock moving too far against you because you're in a larger position size, and that means you are going to lose a lot more. Smaller position sizes, you could go with a wider stop loss on a chart because you're in smaller size. Therefore, you could give the trade more room to breathe if it needs room to develop. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, not every trade is going to work right away. So you have to give it room to breathe, let it do its thing, and monitor it closely. If you're in larger size with a tight stop loss, give it room to breathe. I see a lot of traders stop out too soon and immediately the stock starts moving in their favor. A lot of things, the market will always try to play games on you. They need your liquidity to get filled. Therefore, there's things where they try to stop you out and try to force positions on traders with their pain for their gain. Someone has to have pain in the market for someone else to gain. You have to look at it that way. So I hope this video helped. Focus on the trades that you're making based off of unmet psychological needs. See what trades that you're taking based off of boredom. What are you entering based off of, FOMO, adrenaline, whatever the case may be, and, nix it out of your trading. Same thing with the flip side. Look at how many trades you've stopped out on, and immediately the stock started reversing and would have been in your favor. Tweak your strategy, tweak whatever it needs to be, and do not be afraid to lose. You have to be a loser to be a winner. If you look at all the greatest athletes, artists, whatever the case may be, they all were down at one point before they came up. You have to lose in order to win. And I hope this video helped. If it did, drop a like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on Instagram. It would be greatly appreciated. Peace.